LiveSource is a new game-changing app that allows you to create auctions instantly during these moments, as the crowd's excitement is at a fevered pitch.
Comes back with his second triple of the game.
Imagine, after spectacular moments, you could remove any item from the field of play and place it into a live auction in less than a minute while the game is still on. Imagine the fans in attendance bidding on and winning one-of-a-kind memorabilia and experiences from that event while the event is still going on. LiveSource handles the heavy lifting so that there are no limits on what can be sold or when it can be sold. Auctions can be created in less than 60 seconds, at which time the app immediately notifies fans to start bidding, determines the winning bidder, and arranges payment and delivery moments later. Excite your audience with highly shareable moments. Motivate more fans to attend your event, increase revenue. With LiveSource, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Well, we want to thank LiveSource for their partnership of NAL Live. Make sure you get over to their website, livesourceapp.com. I think every team in the league is going to use LiveSource. Even some of the players are going to start using LiveSource. I know I talked to a few about raffling off or auctioning off their gloves and towels and all that kind of stuff, during the game. So right after the game, you can win it. So make sure you get to that website, sign up, load the app. But we got another great show. I'll tell you what, this league is just filled with flat out studs. I mean, we got another one today. We got the quarterback from Jacksonville Sharks, Mike Fafaul. Sorry. How's it going, Mike?
It's going good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Well, we were talking beforehand, man. You're up in Maryland, and I just can't help but think about pit beef sandwiches right now. But we'll save the food for the later part of the show. I always talk about food on the show. So, but Mike, walk us through kind of where you grew up and, your journey. When did you start playing football?
Yeah. So, I got a pretty crazy journey. I grew up playing since I was a little kid, playing flag football since I was like probably 7 years old. And I grew up right outside of Baltimore in a small town called Cockeysville, Maryland. And I've been playing ever since. And I just, I went to Loyola High School, didn't get recruited too much. Had some, D2 offers, little small 1AA offers, but I always wanted to, be a big time quarterback. So I ended up going to post-grad at Fork Union Military Academy. And from there, I got a spot at UCLA. And that's kind of led me here.
So when at what age did you kind of realize like you could play at that next level, like at the collegiate level?
I always thought I could. Maybe it was kind of, a little ill-found at times because, I was always kind of the only one that thought I could. But, I've always had a good, strong belief in myself and my abilities and what I can do. And I think it's helped kind of, propel me to levels that maybe I shouldn't have got to.
Yeah. So when did you kind of figure out that opportunity at UCLA?
It was tough. It was a long journey at UCLA. So I got there. I came in as a walk-on. I was 7th on the depth chart. It was a lot of patience, a lot of hard work, a lot of extra hours, and I didn't really get my shot until my senior year, and it kind of just happened. Guy got hurt. And I went in and took advantage of it, and the rest is history.
So during that time in college, how do you stay positive? You start out kind of as a walk-on and seventh string. Like, was it just that you had that inner confidence of yourself? Was it, hey, I'm just, going to go out here and do the best that I can? How did you get through that time? It's got to be challenging.
I think it's a mix of a lot of different things. I think it's it starts with that belief in yourself and that confidence and that drive to just keep going. But I had a really good support staff around me. My family's great. I had some really close friends that kind of kept me going. And it was a lot of different variables that added into that, but it was tough at times. It was really tough, and there was a lot of times of doubt. But those times only make the story better. So
Yeah.
looking back, I wouldn't change anything.
So when you were in school, did you have thoughts of playing, in the NFL or CFL or arena at that point, or were you just like kind of focused right on the here and now?
No, I always definitely wanted to. It's every guy's dream to play, quarterback for the Cowboys or something like that. Like, I've always wanted to
You a
be
Cowboys
on that
fan?
side. Well, that was America's team back in the day. I was always kind of a Ravens fan, but then I went to mini camp with them and they cut me, so I'm not
Screw them.
really a Ravens fan. But yeah, no, it was always a dream of mine to play in the NFL and do stuff like that. So, having an opportunity to play professionally and play in a great league like the NAL and to be with the Sharks has been, a dream come true for me.
So how was that when you went from, Baltimore to LA? I mean, because, man, that's like a whole nother world out there.
I know. It's funny because I went from Fork Union Military Academy.
Where's that at?
Right in the middle of Virginia.
Okay.
Like, in the middle of nowhere. And I went from Fork Union to Los Angeles. And it's like my head was spinning for like 2 years. Like I was like, this isn't even real.
Yeah, no, that's an awesome campus. My son, he's 17. He is a junior, and he's like, I want to go to UCLA and all that. And I'm like,
Love it.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble out there.
It's fun. You can get yourself in trouble if I didn't have football. I don't know. But football kept me straight because I always kind of had my eye on, doing big things in football. So I tried to stay as disciplined as I could. Yeah,
got to keep yourself focused, and every little thing plays into that.
Yeah.
Any big, what was kind of some of your biggest memories from UCLA?
Oh man, I have so many. I think the coolest moment for me was winning my first game against Oregon State, because that was just like the moment where because we got off to a rough start, and then we just we were in a bunch of close games, and we just couldn't squeak it out. And we lost to a bunch of really good teams, and then getting that first victory was like probably the coolest moment during my time in college. But I had so many great memories, and I have so many friends there that I still talk to today. I just talked to my buddy Eddie, he plays for the Texans, and we talk about the old days all the time. It's cool.
Yeah. So when you got out of school, did you get an agent? Did you just start reaching out to teams on your own?
I did. I went with Ryan Williams from Athletes First, and it seemed like the right fit. They were out in Laguna Beach, and they had a couple of my buddies, and they kind of I knew a couple of them during my last couple of years in college, and they were great, and they helped me through the whole NFL journey and mini camps and free agency. And then, they kind of guided me with, CFL workouts and finding the arena ultimately.
What's, kind of workouts were you able to get in the NFL? I know you mentioned the Ravens.
Yeah, I was in mini camp with the Ravens, and then I did mini camp with the Redskins. I did a couple of other small workouts. I worked out for the Rams. I worked out for the Chargers, worked out for the Bengals, just little tiny things here. Just never could really find the right place. And everybody knows, once you get to the NFL, it's super hard. Like you got to be in the right place in the right time. And
everything has to align. I mean,
yeah, it's tough.
So were you thinking, because, kind of like, in your high school where you weren't getting recruited to those big time schools, I mean, were you kind of like, okay, I'm going to just have to, keep pushing, something's going to pop? And
yeah, I mean, that was kind of the story of my whole career. I mean, looking back at it, like, I've always been put in those spots where I just kind of have to rely on that belief in myself, so it was no different going to the NFL. I knew it was going to be an uphill battle. I wasn't, like some of my buddies coming out, like Brett Hundley before me, or or Josh Rosen after me. Like I wasn't in that situation, and I knew that going in. So but I think it's just I love playing football, and I loved everything about it, the being around the guys and working out and all that stuff. So it wasn't like I wasn't as much worried about the result. Like I was just trying to live in the moment and do everything I could to just maximize each moment leading up to that. And where the chips I let them fall where they may, and it didn't work out, but I would have never ended up in Jacksonville, and we would have never ended up winning the championship last year. So looking back on it, like it's been great.
So how did you get that opportunity with the Sharks?
Yeah, so my first year in arena was in 2018. I was up in Albany for the Albany Empire, and
with Keith.
Yeah, I was with Keith
Okay.
and Moss and Tommy and all those guys up there, Tommy Grady.
Yeah.
And the year after, I thought I was going back. Some things didn't work out. They went in a different direction. And I remember talking to Tommy, and Tommy was like, "You should get on Jacksonville. You would really like it down there." And I was like, "Yeah, I would love to." I was like, and then he reached out to Coach Burley, and then Burley called me, and we started talking, and ended up being the right fit, and it was history from there.
Nice. So you went down in 2019. You were with Jacksonville.
Yep, 2019. That was my first year. Yeah.
And so what was that like? Your first year, you won the championship, right? You're just like, damn, this is easy.
It was great. It was great. Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't easy. It definitely was a long season. There was ups and downs, but we had a great group of guys.
You got some receivers there, though.
I know.
I mean, those guys are legit.
Dude, I know, it was great. It was like there was always an option. Like it was hard
because most of those guys coming back.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
you got Devin and all those guys
on, and man, it's like, I'd want to go there too if I was a quarterback.
Yeah, it was
Jacksonville's a cool city.
Yeah, Jacksonville's great. And they got a great fan base. Everybody loves the Sharks down there. So it's a lot of fun just being in that atmosphere, and it felt like home right from when I got down there.
How was the transition from outdoor ball to arena, just when you first got into it?
It was so much faster. It was so fast. It was, I remember the first couple of weeks, I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. I'm like, this is like you blink and like everything changes, especially a quarterback. But then I started to study the game and, really try to learn like what defenses were doing, why they're doing it, how they were doing it. And the more reps I got, the more it started to slow down. And, every game I played in, I would tell coach, I would just get more comfortable and more comfortable every time I was out there. It's right now it's like, it's a blast, because I was so mad last year when we didn't have the season, because I was like, man, I'm just starting to get the hang of this thing.
Right.
Like, it's like, I'm ready to start like ramping it up.
Right. Well, the Sharks are the only winners in the city, and they have done it for a long time. I mean, they've got a great history there too. And, the fan support is awesome.
Oh, that's the best part. I mean, the fans, like, I still keep in touch with a handful of fans to this day. Like, they're like, when are you coming back down? We can't wait to see you. Like, it's so cool to just be in that environment and be supported like that. Like, it's been, from a professional athlete standpoint, like, you can't ask for more.
And a huge difference too is that the fans are right on top of the field. So it's like, they're there. The good, the bad. It depends on, where you're at. Some of these fans are a little rowdy in some of these cities.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember when I first started playing, I was talking to my dad about it, and I had never been to an arena game before, and I was like, man, this must be cool. Like you can like reach out and touch the players. Like, this has got to be like, if I'm a little kid going to a football game, like, it's so engaging. Like, it's such a different dynamic that like most sports don't have. Like, it's really something special, I think.
Yeah, I think, and that it creates such a connection with the fans. They feel like, they're part of it, and, they get to know you guys. And, that's the whole purpose of the show too, is to, let fans, see a different side of you. They're always seeing you, with the pads on, or at events where you can't, they don't know your story per se. So
Right.
It's been great. So if you're a fan out there right now, definitely post in the comments, questions, comments, post where you're watching from so we get an idea of who's out there. But, it's great. So are you, a trash talker on the field? Are you like, what's your style?
I can be sometimes. I can be. I get a little worked up sometimes.
So what do you do when you throw a touchdown pass? Are you, like what's your reaction? And like, do you go down and do you do some sort of celebration?
I usually go with like the tiger fist pump, like the big, like throw it, like one of those things, and just start yelling. Like I'm very competitive with like everything I do. So like being out there is like, that's the best for me. So I get into it.
Yeah. Well, as I said, like I always used to tell guys on my teams, like, look, you don't get fined for celebrating. You're not gonna get in trouble for celebrating. It's
Right.
about the fans. It's about having fun. Like if you're having fun, the fans are gonna have fun. And
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
just enjoy it. Enjoy the game. Make it fun. But yeah, you gotta have a little of that. That. Okay, so Devin says you like to throw your helmet off. Devin, does he do that? Is he doing that so the like the ladies can see his face? Or why is he throwing his helmet off? What are you doing with that, Mike? Come on.
I don't know. I don't even remember. I was so jacked up. I just took it off.
So tell me about that game. What was that? Was that like a game winner at the end?
Yeah, that was the championship game. That was
last
drive. Yeah. Last play, I was a little jacked up, and we had a rough start to that game. So, it was a little vindicating to come back like that. And
Mike is GQ, huh?
Oh my God.
So how do you dress coming to the arena, for a game?
See, I'm pretty simple. I usually just go with a polo with some khakis. Like I don't have the style like Devin has.
Devin's
he's got the hair going. He's got all the glasses, the AirPods. Like I wear the headphones, polo shirt, sit back.
No, that's good. That's good. So, how do you decide who to throw the ball to, man, with the talent that you have there?
Well, when Devin's not telling me throw me the ball, I look at. For me, it's like I'm all about what they're giving me. So I'll throw the wall route, the little hitch route all day. So I'm just looking to really see if it's man or zone. If it's zone, I'm probably going to check it down or find a window. If it's man, I'm going to take a shot. So, and a lot of guys think like, oh, you're targeting one guy. It's like, no, it's like if he's in high motion
there, yeah,
and he's open, I'm throwing it. So, that's pretty much how.
So does Devin come back in the huddle after every play and say, I was open, man, I was open?
Every play. And he probably was. He's probably right.
Good. What? You got some wheels? Can you scramble?
Yeah, I can run a little bit, but I'm not a runner. Like I'll throw it away before I run. I can though. I'm not slow. I'm just not. I'd rather throw a touchdown than run for one.
All right. How many rushing touchdowns do you have? You got
None.
Few. None?
0.
You guys had a big back though, too, didn't you?
Yeah, we had Squirrel. He was good. We just give it to him. Yeah. I didn't even have a QB sneak for a touchdown.
No? 7-Eleven, baby. Always open. That's what he needs on the back of his jersey.
Yeah, that's right. I need to get one this year. I need to get a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, come on, man. We got to get at least one. I mean, Tom Brady doesn't scramble, but he has a shit ton of probably touchdown runs just falling in the end zone.
I know. It's crazy. I got to get one. I'm going to tell Devin to call a run play for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell him, make him be your lead blocker. Can he block? Does he do a good job out there blocking?
Yeah, he's actually pretty physical.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets
got some big receivers though. They're all pretty big, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. We got some big ones coming back too. We're gonna they're going to give the defense some problems this year. It's going to be fun to watch.
What's been kind of your favorite away arena to play in?
I really liked Orlando's Amway Center. That was really cool.
Badass. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. What else? Albany was great too. That was the Times Union up there.
But they have great fan support, man. That is a crazy atmosphere.
Yeah.
But you were there as the home team, though, right? You never played as a visitor.
Yeah, I remember my first game up there in 2018. It was like sold out. We were playing the Soul. It was crazy because I was like, I didn't know this many people came to arena games. Like, this is awesome. Like, this is so cool. Like, they do a really good job of it up there.
Yeah, that'll be good. But I mean, Jacksonville has some of the best fans in any of the leagues out there, which is
Jacksonville.
And what I hear too from like visiting players and teams is, man, they get on them too, which is good.
Yeah.
Like they're passionate. They're like, damn, he knew all my background. I didn't know how he knew.
Yeah. I didn't even think I could mention Jacksonville because I thought this was like other teams.
It is other teams.
Hands down the best one. I kid. But I mean, from a other standpoint of like opponents that we went on the road, those are my two favorite ones. But yeah, Jacksonville, you can't beat it.
Any teams like that gave you the most trouble?
From a fan standpoint?
No, just maybe from just play. Like, the defense just gave you a ton of trouble.
Cobras were always tough.
Yeah.
Rez, the DC they had up there, I got a lot of respect for that guy. He's good. He knows his stuff.
He's definitely good. I'm really impressed with the league, especially this year coming up. I mean, the talent level throughout the entire league, the coaches, it's going to make for some great competition, with a lot of those AFL guys, coming down as well, and just elevating the league. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be, that's what we were saying last year. It's going to be such a action-packed league this year where there's so much talent. There's so many good coaches that have came down. Like, it's going to be arena football at its finest, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, I was telling all our guys, like, we got to stay on our toes. Like, we got to be ready to go this year.
And you guys, just from everyone I've had on the show, it's like, you guys have a big bullseye. Like, everybody wants the big dogs. Like, they want that championship trophy, and they know they got to get it through you guys. So
it's good. We like it.
No, it is. That's the best part. I always liked playing on the road, and like the home fans think that they have a chance of winning, and you just you toast them, and every time you score something, it's like dead silent. Like, that is probably my most fun time being in the stands is witnessing that. So
I absolutely agree. I love playing for the quiet. You got to get them quiet. I love that.
Yep. So when you're in Jacksonville, are you more on the golf course, on the water? Like, what do you do outside of football when you're in town?
Well, Devin knows. I play golf every day.
You play golf every day?
4 or 5 times a week. Devin will probably comment in about 5 seconds. He'll tell you every day, all caps.
Coach?
Yeah, no, I played a lot.
He told me.
Who does?
Coach.
Fuller?
I thought Coach, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he plays a good amount. He likes to fish too.
Fish, yeah, yep. So do you have like a home course that you go to a lot? Do you guys got trade somewhere?
I played I played at Windsor Park a good amount, but I like to bounce around because I'm not from the area, so I like to experience different things and see different courses, and they got so many good courses down there. It's like you can't
crazy.
You drive a mile and it's like a professional course. You're like, awesome.
I live in Orlando, and it's like some of these public courses are country club quality. Like,
I know
it's crazy. So
that's the thing. I get so spoiled because like up in Maryland, like the public courses are like actual public courses, but when you get on there, it's like these are like the top end like private courses in Maryland, and like they're everywhere.
Yeah. So how good are you at golf?
I'm not bad. I'm streaky. I'm very streaky. I can be really good, and I can be really bad. But yeah, I'm getting there. I got to just work on my consistency. I can do everything pretty good. I just like one day it's the driver's not going. One day I can't putt. One day I can't chip. It's putting it all together for me.
Best QB and golfer in the league. You know what we need to have is a NAL golf outing and bring all the guys in. That would be fun.
I'm ready. Tell Siegfried to line it up.
Does Devin play? Does he ever get out there with you?
Yeah, Devin plays. Yeah,
How's he?
Devin's pretty good. Devin can smack it.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
What I've found out is that expensive golf clubs don't equate to better play. Because I bought some damn nice clubs and it hasn't helped me. I'm still garbage. So,
dude, I was the same way. I got a Scotty Cameron putter, and I was like, all right, this is gonna fix it. Like, I feel like my putting almost got worse this last year. So it's like you have to be like an actual, like, really good putter. Because if you're not used to those good clubs, like, it's over. Like, you gotta know what you're doing with them.
Yeah, no, that's good. Chum says he's down to play some golf.
I can't wait. The mascot, Chum's mascot. Come on.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I gotta get up to date with this stuff. I'm new to the NAL. Definitely got great support. Hopefully we'll see some fans out there. So is there a favorite course though that you have in Jacksonville? Does the course take care of you? Do they say, oh, the quarterback's here for the Sharks, like, and you're good, or do you have to pay? You don't have to pay.
I do. I have to pay.
What?
Yeah, because I go around and
I'm gonna have to work with you, man. You should not be paying to play golf.
I know.
Come on, man. You're the quarterback of the Sharks.
I know.
That's
I need to figure it out. I got to figure it out. I know.
I'm gonna talk to the team up there. They gotta get some trade. They should be able to get a trade deal. Yeah.
Tell them. Yeah, I think my favorite course there, my favorite one that I played down there was Queens Harbor.
Okay.
I like Queens Harbor a lot. It was right outside of like Ponte Vedra, Jax Beach. Beautiful course.
Yeah, I haven't played up there. I've been playing mini golf lately. I've played three times in the last 2 months.
Nice. I love mini golf.
In Orlando, I mean, it's like, hey, go out there with the wife for a little bit and at least try to beat her. Boost my ego a little bit,
Right.
So what else outside of golf do you do in Jacksonville? Anything?
Well, this year I'm going to be taking classes too, so I'll be pretty busy. Yeah, I just started grad school, so I'm getting my master's right now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so I'm at Johns Hopkins. I just started this past year, and I'm doing my MBA, so I'll be pretty busy. So I'll be able to squeeze golf in still. I'll find time for golf, but other things might be tough. Yeah, right.
So what's the career after football look like?
I'm not sure right now. So I'm coaching, and when I'm up here, I coach, and then I work in real estate. We do flips, stuff like that. And right now I'm just trying to focus everything on football, because I've seen coming up a lot of guys that they try to, walk both sides of the road and they don't really get anything done. So, I'm all football. And then once that's over, I'll figure out the rest. But I'm trying to take some steps towards my after football career with my master's. So, but I don't know what that's going to look like.
Yeah. Well, I think the good thing is to continue to educate yourself. I mean, keep the doors open. I mean, you're going to, at some point you'll probably have that aha moment where you decide, what that is. But I always tell guys though, don't wait too long, because you could definitely leverage everything you're doing now to a ton of different things that can help you. But yeah, I mean, it's good to have that focus. I mean, you're still young. So, I mean, you've got, 10 plus years, left. So
yeah, exactly. And I think ultimately I want to do something in business. I'm not really sure what that is right now. but you're absolutely right. There's a lot of things, that I'm doing. I kind of want it to be organic. I don't really want to force anything and
Yeah.
do stuff I don't want to do. And with what I'm doing now with work with real estate, I love it. It's a lot of fun. It's hard work, but I could definitely see myself doing that. And then coaching as well. Coaching's a blast. I love coaching.
Yeah.
And I know Devin just started coaching. He's down there coaching the local high school team.
The guys
he loves it.
Yeah, there's
it's so much fun.
Of guys that are coaching now, which is great.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's tough with COVID right now with all these kids. It sucks seeing some of their, careers come to a halt. But it's been so cool just, being in their lives and helping them kind of achieve the same things that you did, and just passing down the wisdom to them. It's been a blast.
Yeah. With the real estate that you're working on, are you licensed? Like, are you like a licensed real estate person? Or?
So basically, no, I'm working with a buddy. We just basically flip houses.
Okay.
So we got a couple of places that
fix them up and flip them.
Yeah, just get contractors in there, supervise.
Nice.
And just try to turn them over as fast as we can. So, I just it's nice because I can kind of turn it on and off, and I can go down, and it's not a big deal. But when I'm up here and it's hectic. Like tomorrow we're drywalling this house, we're doing this whole house. So
nice. You get out there and do any of the work too?
Yeah, I do what I can, but the tricky stuff like the electrical and stuff like that, like I kind of
don't mess with that, man. We need you this season, all right?
Right.
Yeah. No, but they do say, real estate is one of the fastest ways to build wealth.
Mm-hmm.
And, that is probably one of the things I wish I would have got into earlier. Yeah. I invested in sports when I should have probably invested into real estate. But,
right.
You can't go wrong. I have my real estate license in Florida here.
Nice.
So just starting to dabble in it.
Yeah, I was going to do that back when I was living in California. So I was training for the NFL and the combine and all that stuff. And, I was going to do my real estate license out there in California. And I did all the prerequisite classes, and I never went and actually took the test with the state because I moved back.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of left it and never really, did anything with it because I'm like, I'm not going to do it all again over in Maryland and, flip it over. So I just kind of left it on the back burner. But it's very, right now, I agree with you. It's a great time to be in real estate with interest rates so low. Like people are just swallowing up houses out here. It's
I don't know how it is up there, but where I live, I'm close to Disney. Houses are selling in like 24 hours.
Yeah,
like it's nuts right now. There's not enough supply for the demand here. And so it's driving pricing up, and then people are getting quick sales. So
yeah,
and I think it's like that throughout the country right now.
Yeah, I think it is too. It's the same way up here right now. It's crazy. Like you just got to get them out there, and like people just like the one across. There was one that just sold the other day. It was on the market for 2 days across the street from the house I'm working on. It was literally, I saw the sign. I'm like, oh, that one's for sale. And it was like, where's this sign? Like, did you already sell that? And I looked online. I'm like, oh my God, it's sold. It's nuts.
Well, there you go. Teams, if you have owners or GMs watching this show, you need to hit up anyone in the real estate industry for sponsorship. Mortgage companies, title companies, realtors, they are flush right now and would be great to hit up for advertising. I see it in a lot of markets. So, all right. So let's talk Baltimore a little bit. Let's talk about some of those food places. Since my wife's from there, I grew up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So about an hour away, I would always, pass Cockeysville or whatever on 83 coming down.
Yeah. I got my dog up there.
In Lancaster? Did you?
I got my dog up there 3 years ago in Lancaster. Yeah.
Nice. So what are your favorite spots to eat?
My favorite, well, it depends on what I'm in the mood for.
Okay.
If I'm going seafood, there's a really good place off of York Road here called Ocean Pride. My dad's buddy owns it.
Okay.
We grew up together. They got great crabs. Really, really good crabs. Because Maryland, you gotta have crabs and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's like crabs and
But
pit. I don't know what else you can get in Baltimore.
yeah, there's a good place too where I am, because I'm like probably 15, 20 minutes outside of Baltimore, outside of the city. And there's a couple of really good hole in the walls, like Charcoal Deli,
Yeah. Where's that
Ashley
one at?
Cafe.
What area is that one in?
So that's like Timonium off of
Yeah.
York Road. So that's more down towards the city from where I am.
Yep.
So, but that's a good one too. Trying to think what else. There's so many good spots. It's just, it's a good food town.
Oh man, I love it. I love it every time I go there. I just gain weight. How about down in Jacksonville? Any good spots that are your go-to spots down there?
Yeah, there was a bunch of spots that we had. I can't think of the names because I haven't been down there in like a year and a half though.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Devin will probably comment the one we used to always go to. I can't remember the name of it though. But there's a ton of good spots.
Yeah. When you grew up in Maryland, so who were your sports teams that you followed? Did you follow other than football?
I'm not saying I was a Patriots fan, but I was a Tom Brady fan. Like growing up, I'm not going to lie, I had the Tom Brady fathead in my room. I did. Seven Bridges, that's it.
That's a good
Seven
spot.
Bridges, that was the spot, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I was never really. Yeah, I was a big Tom Brady fan.
Were you rooting for the Bucks this year?
I did. I wanted to see him win 7.
I did
too. Because
it's
like, how many times do you see a guy win that many times? Like,
there's so many damn haters out there. I'm like, what the hell's the guy got to do? It's like, I don't care if you like his team. The dude is legit.
It's just, how do you, like, the odds of you seeing that again in your lifetime is like slim none.
He totally changed the culture there, and his leadership, he got those guys to believe, it's amazing. It's amazing. I wish that I would have not got rid of my season tickets.
Yeah.
2 years ago, I couldn't give them away. Nobody would take them for free.
I bet.
And now, I've got a kid that he used to work for me. Now he's working for the team, and he's like killing it. And it's like before though, like it's a sell.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It's really crazy. Tampa Bay is cool though. Let's see. He picked a good spot. I like Tampa Bay and Jacksonville. They're both great spots. Florida's, you can't beat Florida. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, that's why I try to live here, man. It's nice. But Tampa's nice. That's where I was at this morning. I wasn't happy when I was there, but just loading a truck all day.
I was moving drywall this morning, so I was right there with you.
Nice. I got back. I was about to pass out, and then I was like, "Oh, I got 3 shows to do," because I have another podcast that's more on the business side of sports. So
nice.
But I was like, "Yeah, let's Steve passed me your info. I was like, "Yeah, we need to," because the Jacksonville fans are. If you look at the numbers of views that we get when we have a Jacksonville person on, they're higher than some of the other teams. So I don't know if you guys just do a better job of getting the fans to watch or what, but it's cool to see.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, we get the best fans. We get the best fans out there, man. They're really, they're something. They are. It's a pleasure playing for Jacksonville. With all the support.
So are you in training mode now for the season, or when do you really kind of buckle down and get ready?
Yeah, I've been for the last probably 4 months. I started hitting it pretty hard, and then we got pushed a little bit, so I kind of give myself like a week or 2 off, and now I'm starting to get back into it just to give the body a little break. But yeah, I'm ready to go. I would love to get on next week if I could.
Yeah, I know guys are just, itching to kind of get back in the swing of things, and, short season this year, but at least able to play, which is good.
Yeah, as long as we can, get out there and, have something to compete for and give the fans something to be excited about, that's all that matters. So we just got to keep this thing going and, put a good product out there.
Are you still focused on trying to make it to the NFL, or where is are your focus like, hey, I want to have a nice, solid, long career in the Arena League?
I've been asked that question a lot, and I can't stand answering it because it's like, obviously, yes. Like, we all would love to be in the NFL right now. Like, that's a dream. But at the same time, like, I'm really happy where I'm at. Like, I love playing arena ball, and I'm just trying to, like, live in the moment and take advantage of, where I'm at and just trying to be the best arena quarterback that I can be. Because a lot of guys, when you get in arena, they're like, well, you don't want to do that drop because that's not going to translate back to the NFL. Or like, this is like, they're at practice and they're like practicing different things. It's like, dude, like, I'm an arena quarterback. Like,
I want
this
to
is
be
what I'm
right now. Yeah.
Right. Like, and me doing that, if I do it well enough, hopefully will give me a shot down the road. But yeah, at the end of the day, like, if I played the next 10 years in Jacksonville for the Sharks, like, I would be happy. Like, I'm not sitting here like I need to go like week 4, get enough tape to get out. Like,
yeah,
I'm just not in that mindset anymore. And I think it's being from where I've come from and like having that lull period in between college and then, having COVID, like, I'm more in the mindset now of just every moment playing football is what's important to me.
Yep.
Not the big picture. I'm just trying to focus in on, right now.
Well, and I think, when you do that, those opportunities, come about when they come about, you're focused on what you need to, people are watching. I mean, that's the thing. So just do your thing. And, sometimes people get too focused on it and it, it takes them away from being great right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely.
So was that your first championship that you won with Jacksonville, or have you won any, in college or high school?
That was my first one. So the last championship I won in football was JV football my freshman year of high school.
Nice.
My first one. Yeah. So it was very special.
And you guys won it in Jacksonville, right?
In Jacksonville. Yeah.
So what was that experience like? Just,
it was so surreal. Like, I still think about it and get goosebumps. Like, it was unbelievable. It was like, it feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I sit here on my desk when I'm studying. I got my ring sitting right here.
Let's see it.
I got it right. It sits right here next to me.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was such a cool game because it wasn't like a, there you go. I love it. Yeah. It wasn't that game wasn't like a traditional Sharks game where, you go up by 20 in the first quarter and, you're just kind of just holding on to the lead. Like, they had a good game plan. They had a good team. Like, it was a battle, so it was really cool to, go see the ups and downs and see the team stick together and not fold in adversity, which a lot of teams that are built like us, where it's like we're just used to winning every game. It happens because it's like, what happens when we're not winning? And everybody just starts panicking. Like, we stayed together, we kept plugging and we made it happen. So it was a testament to the team, our defense, our coaches, like, everybody stayed in it, everybody was engaged, and it was just the fact that we won it in the fashion that we did was just like unbelievable. And it was so cool. Words don't even begin to describe it.
Was that like the first time that you guys were down, like, in a game?
Since we were down against Massachusetts. I think it was like week 13 or 14. And then we were down week 1.
Okay.
And I think that was it. Like, there was most of the games we were up. It wasn't really like we had to, it wasn't a lot of games like that. There was a few, but it wasn't like that felt like a lot more than we'd ever been used to.
Well,
like,
plus
we were down by
championship, it's like, everything's elevated. I had that happen to me in 2014 with my team in St. Louis. We won every game in the regular season, and the championship game, we get punched in the mouth early, and we just self-destructed.
Yeah.
We ended up coming back and losing in the last seconds of the game, but It's like if you don't experience adversity during the season,
Yeah.
I'd rather experience it in the season so that you have a little taste of it. You know how to get through it as a unit, than winning all those games and not having that. So definitely good to pull through that adversity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's so important. Like you see it, like I see it more now when, I coach, because you see a lot of kids that are they're used to being the best. And it's like when they soon realize they're not the best, it's like they don't know what to do. But we handled it like champions.
Where are you coaching now, and what do you coach? What position?
So I'm coaching at my alma mater at Loyola
Okay.
Blakefield in Towson, Maryland, and I'm the quarterback coach in OC. So it's for the last 3 years now. So I'm going on 4.
Nice. How has that, been? Obviously you've been a player, most of your life, but like, teaching kids and kind of, being that mentor to those guys.
It's so different because you have to. It forces you to look at the game in different ways.
Yep.
And it's all about communication and can you convey your message? Because that was the one thing I struggle with. Because it's like, oh, it's cover 3. They're doing this. He's doing this. He's doing that. Like, don't you know that? Like, and it's like they're looking at you with like wide eyes, like, and stuff that you think that they know. You got to keep going through it with them. So, the communication standpoint and trying to put myself in their shoes has really helped, like, really solidify my understanding of the game. Like, it's just you have to be able to just spit it out when you're talking to them, because if you don't, kids are smart. Like they'll
he's
see
full
through
of shit.
you.
Like,
Yeah, right. They'll see through it. Like you gotta come prepared for them. But yeah, it's been so much fun. I mean, I've had the opportunity to help a few guys, get to the next level. Like my quarterback he started at Duke. He just went
awesome
down there a
feeling,
couple
isn't it?
months ago. Yeah, it's cool. It's really
That
cool.
happened.
Yeah, and they were, before I got there, the program was in a tough spot, and to see it kind of, we've had 3 winning seasons. We won like 82% of our games, I think. So it's been fun just to, watch how the culture has changed, and watch how the kids have bought in and responded to what we're coaching, and see that everything changed for them. It's a cool feeling.
Do you think coaching has helped you as a player as well?
Yeah, so that was like my initial thought process, because I was like, what's a way for me to stay engaged with the game and really, like, not, do like a 9 to 5 and then come back and have to like completely reacclimate to football. So I was always like, because I started calling plays, and that would really help me with the strategy piece for when I'm playing. Because like, my first couple of years, it's like they tell you to run it, and it's like, okay, yeah. Now it's like, well, what if we do this? They're doing this one here. So it's like now you start thinking more like a quarterback, and calling plays has kind of forced me to do that. It's like I have to kind of see like how a game plan is broken down, and what I'm looking for, what are the tendencies, and it's kind of helped me mentally take the next step, while I probably physically couldn't at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I think too, you were talking about it like a guy like Tom Brady. I mean, just think of the knowledge that he has that, he didn't have in the early part of his career that is helping him be smarter. He takes probably less hits, just knows when to get rid of it, doesn't try to go crazy. But I think, when I started coaching, it definitely kind of opened up a whole nother side to my playing that I just was kind of missing,
Yeah, no, it definitely has for me too. It really, the play calling especially, really has opened up another level to my game, and that's why, like, this year I was like or last year I was kind of bummed, because I was like, I'm really getting into the play calling thing, like, gonna be the full-time guy, gonna have an opportunity to really dive into the game plans and tighten everything up, and it just didn't happen. So this year's gonna be fun, because it's gonna be a lot of like pent up like energy that I've been waiting to like unleash. Like I can't wait.
Oh, that's
I've already been watching film. Like I can't wait to get down there, man.
The good thing too now is I've noticed some teams doing like video sessions through Zoom. because of COVID and, I mean, even the NFL, a lot of those teams in training camp, they were doing a lot of their stuff all through Zoom, which is great. I mean, I think more and more teams will start capitalizing on that and be as creative as they can to learn. But I mean, the more you learn about the game, the more it slows down.
Right.
You were talking about how the speed of the game is. And, in year 5, you're going to be like, it's going to be down a notch, just because your mind is going to be so much more advanced. So
right.
That's what's cool. But the arena game is so much fun. I would think, as a quarterback, or like Devin with these receivers, I mean, it's made for basically QBs and wide receivers. I mean, we're passing almost every down. It's a fun, entertaining game.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
I don't, if there is anybody, is there like somebody in the league that is like maybe the biggest trash talker that you faced that is just kind of, it's probably a DB, I would think, maybe a D lineman, but has there been anybody in the league that's just like, you know what, I can't wait to celebrate right in front of them?
I don't know. I don't know. I think,
come on, man. You can name them. Out them.
I don't know. I honestly feel like Devin's probably talking more trash than anybody out there. Like Devin is like constantly trash, so I can't even hear anybody else. No, but I don't know. I don't have anybody that like stood out to me like that. I really don't. I don't know. Maybe some D linemen like here and there, but it wasn't anything like where I was like focused on getting after a guy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next time I'm on, I'll think of somebody.
Yeah. You gotta let us know. Who on the team has the best celebration?
Best celebration, probably ZB.
Yeah,
ZB was great watching him. I saw him comment. He always had the best celebrations.
What's he do? Is he a dancer or what's
different every time? It's like you gotta. I don't know. I can't even tell you. It's just every time it's something different. It was always like, what's he gonna do?
Okay. That's good. Give me some other fun facts about some teammates that maybe we don't know.
Some fun facts.
Anybody like to just like sing in the shower, in the locker room, or who thinks they can dance or sing and really can't?
I don't know. I gotta think about that one.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
You trying to be
nothing that comes in my head. I don't know. I gotta pass on that one. Next time I'm on, I'll have some prepared for you. I can't think of anything right now. I'm not sure. I mean, Buckley and JT, they were really good cooks. Like they would do, and Damian Jacobs, he would cook for us. Every Sunday they would do like barbecues. That was a lot of fun because we would all go out and hang out at the pool after the games. And, they'd go out and they would cook all day. Like Damian had some really, really good barbecue. It was like phenomenal.
They like smoking the meat or on the grill?
They did everything. They mixed it up. They used the grill. They had a smoker. They would do it all. I don't even know.
Dude, I'm coming up this season, man. I'm coming up. We'll have to do NAL live from one of the post game spots.
Dude, it was a lot of fun, man. We were at the pool all day. Just show up whenever, and they would have food out. They had the grill going all day.
Damn, yeah, that's fun. That's good times though too with the team and just getting together. So,
Yep.
Well, Mike, man, I appreciate you joining me. It was fun. I can't wait to check out a game up there in Jacksonville. I've never been to a Sharks game, so I'm definitely going to come up.
You definitely got to come.
We're going to do shows. We're going to be doing Players of the Week on here, so I'm sure you'll be on there a few times.
I hope so.
And, I mean, maybe, unless Devin gets it every week. But I want to see Devin celebrate. Devin's a good dude. Everybody I've met throughout the league, I mean, it's a bunch of good dudes and some great talent. So it's going to be fun. I want to get the trash talking going and I guess I need some like D linemen or some DBs, more DBs on here that can trash talk.
There you go. I save it for the field.
There you go. I like it. I'm gonna be watching. I'll be watching. No, but thanks again, Mike. Chat with you soon.
Yep. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for having me.